welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. The sun is in my eyes. Actually, a very nice day. Okay, getting right into this. Now, if it weren't bad enough with this animal, this criminal in the White House, it has just come out that there's actually a book release. 26 more women have accused Donald Trump of assault, rape in many cases. So, this disgusting, vulgar, greasy pig in the White House. He's a gangster, he's a criminal, and he's a rapist. So I'm going to play a little bit of this. By the way, the number has, I believe it's in the 40s, but let me just play a little bit of this from David Pakman. Trump accused by 26 more women.
In the background of the impeachment inquiry, in the background of trying to bribe Ukraine, in the background of Donald Trump's taxes, in the background of Trump abandoning the Kurds in Syria and the immediate bombings carried out on Kurdish forces by Turkey, there are 26 new sexual assault allegations against Donald Trump. There is a new book, All the President's Women, Donald Trump and the Making of a Predator. The book was written by Barry Levine and Monique El Faizi, where there are 43 new allegations of inappropriate behavior with women by Donald Trump. Of those 43, 26 rise to what we would realistically call unwanted sexual contact or sexual assault, as many of us refer to it. The theme is always the same. Trump's throwing his wealth around, Trump's throwing his power around, and sometimes he's throwing his weight around in a literal sense. The fact that he is physically a large guy, to sexually assault women, to touch them in bathrooms, everything that you can imagine. One example has Donald Trump allegedly hiding behind a tapestry to grope a woman at his Mar-a-Lago estate. There are literally dozens of examples. I'm not going to go through all of them here. The book even identifies the women that Melania Trump viewed at the time as the biggest threats to her status as Donald Trump's primary girlfriend. Melania, of course, now Trump's wife and the First Lady. During a brief breakup between Donald Trump and Melania over trust issues, Trump reportedly really scaled up the sexual assaults on women. And I think this is an important point at which I should mention. There are people who are talking about the infidelity component of Donald Trump and Melania Trump's relationship. I don't care about that. I truly could not care less about that. I don't care if Bill Clinton cheats on Hillary. I don't care if Trump cheats on Melania, which obviously he does. I mean, he's paid off mistresses during his marriage. That's not really the important part. They can do whatever they want in their relationship, whatever relationship works for them, good for them. The important parts are, we've got a predator here. Who is sexually assaulting women. This is someone who is possibly illegally paying off the women.
On par
and these are women
with Harvey Weinstein
whose stories
and Bill Cosby.
Are often suppressed by everything from physical threats to hush money. Remember that in the case of Stormy Daniels, she alleges that her, I believe it's daughter, was threatened implicitly by a guy in a parking lot who came up to her saying, you don't want to talk about this Trump stuff, and there has been no accountability. In part, there has been no accountability because the Trump electorate, even evangelicals who claim to vote their values,
is disgraceful.
They would rather vote for a serial sex assaulter than for a Democrat, period. I mean, it's as simple as that.
It is,
millions of Republican voters.
It's and disgraceful. In the end, shame on these people.
The big picture is these are people who claim that they are all about their values, but then they don't actually live them. They don't actually vote them.
Hypocrites.
And it's
Jesus
important to remember,
who did Jesus hate the most? The hypocrites.
Said, when you're famous or rich or whatever, they just let you do it. Apparently not. Just when we think that we are starting to kind of wrap our heads around how disgusting he is,
we
learn of about 26 new allegations in this case. And meanwhile, I mean, it gives me the chills. Mike Pence's wife, Karen Pence, said, I believe it was at a rally last night or the night before in Minnesota, that she loves how Donald Trump treats young women. Can you imagine being either this disconnected from reality or this malignantly dishonest to go onto a stage and say about a guy who has talked about how if Ivanka weren't his daughter, who has treated so many women terribly, who has admitted to just going up and grabbing whatever it is that he grabs, for her to say she loves how he
That
treats
is
young
so
women.
stupid
Now,
and
I do
sickening.
think it would be good to prevent this story from going away again because it gets buried. And when you have, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, I mean, we've got it's 16 or 17 allegations we had. This is 26 more. We're talking about around 45 women that are to different degrees accusing Donald Trump of sexual assault. I get that he's not going to face legal consequences. The statute of limitations has elapsed on many of these. But it feels like the least we can do is keep this in the news. Don't let it
Yep.
get buried
Okay.
so that it's in
Very good.
addition
I'm going to
to
stop it there.
trying to extort Ukraine
Okay.
and this story and that.
Yeah, it's a disgrace. So the rapist pig in the White House, and I'm actually going to wrap this up right here. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.